Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy 14 on the PC. That is a pretty cool mount. Alright, so, first of all, I'm an idiot. Alright, let's just get that right out there. I'm just an idiot, and I'm sure there will be comments prior to the release of this video telling me that I'm an idiot, and why. But I was looking at all these items, and I was just looking in that middle section above bonuses, where it says the class that can use the item, and then the level. And I thought, okay, this is a level 50 item. All right, that's good. This is a level 50, level 50, 50, 50. All right, these are all level 50 items. And that's why I was perplexed as to how I could have an average item level of 76. Since now, like, practically all of my items, almost, except for this one, I guess, is 50. How do you get 76 out of that? Reason is because I'm an idiot. And I don't know, my eyes glazed over it. Every single time I've looked at an item, my eyes just glazed over it. But right above the class section, it says item level in big capital letters. And you'll see that all of these are pretty much item level 70 or 90 or so. I'm an idiot. And actually, what finally made me realize this is that there's an item vendor you can go to. You trade those tomestones for, like, high-level items. And in the item vendor, it has like different categories, and it said for this category, item level 130. And I was like, oh wow, 130. And then I looked at the items, and they all said level 50, and I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. How do you know? Oh, that's how you know. Oh god. So yeah, I'm an idiot. But now we know, and when you know, you know. So yeah, I think I think it only really has come into play for the most part now at level 50. Because, like, if you look at this book, requires level 22, and item level is 22. This one, 20, 22. This one, level 30, item level 30. You know, for a while, I think it mostly corresponded. It's just now we get it. Now we get it. Yeah. Anyways, all right, moving on. So I've done some things in the interim. I did purchase an item from that item vendor, just one. I could have bought more, but I'm holding off. I bought a scholar ring or necklace, I think. A scholar necklace. Not this one. And I did some hard trials. I did hard Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan. Titan was definitely the most difficult of those three, at least for our group. And we only won by the skin of our teeth. A DPS went down out of, I'm sure, pure stupidity. And then things started to just kind of fall apart from there. And then we lost a healer because they got knocked off. That was pretty bad. And so then it was up to me. And I was not ready to solo heal everybody, especially with people dying. And then we lost a tank, and it's like, oh, fuck. And then I got, like, imprisoned by, like, the little stone cage thing. And I'm like, well, that's it. But the DPS just barely managed to take down Titan. It was pretty exciting. Cool fight. Cool fight. So that allows us to do the Bahamut raid. And I was originally planning to show you the whole Bahamut raid on camera. But the thing is, the Bahamut raid is actually broken up into... Well, technically it's broken up into 13 turns, as they call it, which is like 13 different segments, and each segment you queue into individually. And those 13 segments or turns are broken into 3 different raids. The first coil of Bahamut, the second coil of Bahamut, and the final coil of Bahamut. You only fight Bahamut in the final coil, in the final turn. So it would be a lot of stuff to show you that didn't include the highlight of Bahamut. So I'm just going to do the first 2 coils on my own, and then we'll do the final coil on camera so you can see Bahamut, which I'm hoping is a pretty cool fight, even though it came out years ago. I'm hoping. We'll see. I guess I'll judge it on the first 2 coils and see how those go. Other stuff, apparently I can fight Odin, which sounds pretty cool. I guess I could show you that at some point. There's so many raids and trials and dungeons, and God, I think I just have to kind of focus on the main quest with this Let's Play, which is going to include plenty of cool stuff either way. So, you know, as usual with a Let's Play, if you want to see everything and all the cool stuff, you got to play the game yourself. All right, let's continue. Your bravery and service to the Twelveswood and her Moogle shall not be forgotten, Mangg. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. Yep. I'm definitely interested in trying out the Dark Knight. Once we get to that point. Once I finish these bridge quests, before the start of Heavensward, I can make a Dark Knight. So that should be pretty cool. I've also started leveling a Conjurer, which becomes a White Mage. I'm just about at the White Mage point. And I started leveling a Blue Mage, which is an interesting job. It's what they call a limited job, where you can't really, like, do dungeons or anything like that. It's really meant for just solo stuff. And you learn spells by being attacked by certain monsters who use their abilities, you know, like a traditional Blue Mage. It's pretty popular right now during the Yokai event because a lot of their spells do like static damage. So at high level with Blue Mage, you can just one-shot like every low-level Fate instantly. And that intrigued me. So I started leveling it. I'm currently 15. I don't have any really cool spells at this point, but it's been an interesting experience. Mangg, you are returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus have I 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Then it is as we feared. King really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that, through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Moogles called forth a being that by right should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means, Ascians, this whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupopo, They said it was a masked man who had taught them how, years ago. But Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. A salute. My heartfelt thanks, Mangg. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scion shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Can't we? I mean, we have these communication devices. You just touch your ear and you can talk to anyone across the world. And oh, god damn it! But I am the heart of the party. Every trial I've done, I've gotten at least 2 commendations. So that's moving along. We're at 31. I don't know if it's 30 or 50 you get a little minion. Probably 50. It is good to see you hale and healthy, Mangg. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you had felled good King Mangg the 12th, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Ascians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Mangg. Pay me. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Mangg. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Uranger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Uranger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alizé shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Uranger, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. Uranger! Yeah, remember Alizé? She showed up in like 2 cinematics and then was gone. Thou art ever welcome, Mangg, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. The fuck did he just say? Be not offended, Mangg. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of... Ah! Whence came that cry? The solar. 12 for Fen, the antecedent. Most people would just run. You know, they wouldn't like, what doth make such noise over yonder? Bang, you must... Oh, shit. Tell me, Louisoix, would you have done the same? Louisoix, was it... why am I... Why did I go French with that? The name, it was like double French name right at the start. Like, with a remarkable man. Wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. Ascian? Here? How? How readily you see. You are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you are not like the others. Your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. You speak of La Habrea. La Habrea is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he is still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. What are... We're ready when you are, my lady. If there's nothing else. Is something the matter? Oh, shit. I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive naught. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than in this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the echo. The Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace antecedent. May we yet meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. Oh, shit! Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Is it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? I take it there's no need to explain. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Urange, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there's any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. Ascian, my lady. What was it what gave you cause to cry out? Oh, was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Mangg. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend me, Tataru. Search for the white-robed Ascian. What, like he's just like hiding in a bar or something? This like immortal spirit of chaos just hanging out, watching a stripper. Like, I mean, I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Alright. Well, how can I refuse an offer like that? You are being judged. Okay, we'll do a little bit of this, do a little bit of this, put that Inferno out there. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Done. Yeah, I mean, we can kill some stuff. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Ah, it's not a big deal. They're level 20. I know I want to hear that music too, but got other things to do. This. That's pretty much it. Got any more, shithead? Can't stop me. Ascians. Okay, even though they're like immortal gods of chaos, I gotta fight 3 of them. I think they would be stronger than that. Shit, I'm actually fucking dying, dude. Okay, I forgot I can heal. That's alright, we just gotta get Volcano going. Volcano will do it. Or Inferno, yeah, that's it. Boom, Inferno. Alright, we got it. Keep misclicking on that. Alright, we're fine. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Alright. Just fly over all this bullshit. So I can just fly over this too. Nice. Thank the gods you've returned, Mangg. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon. He was waiting for you. What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall it be again? Of when does he speak? And of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend much but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Alright, well, pay me. Let us set aside the matter of this Ascian until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Oranger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Warburton. Her dad was Patrick Warburton. This is where I would do my Patrick Warburton impression, if I had one. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? This shit. Father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well can I imagine the antecedent's pain. Upon my honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Calling me from the other room. Mangg, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you've given the journal to Oranger, I bid you come to the 7th Heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tatu will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new aetherite in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. What, there's a place in Revenant's Toll called 7th Heaven? Oh, Mangg, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. Ah, that man. I can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? Be hard to miss it. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land just to the southeast of here. If the tales are to be believed, it's a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception, and if my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Mangg, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Crystal Tower quest series now available from the Outlandish Man. In order to progress in the main story, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. While you are granted a respite from your duties as a scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Alright. Well, so the Crystal Tower is a 24-man raid. And I don't think it was always required to continue the main story, but they made it required because I think down the line it's relevant in the main story in some way or some. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't want to look into details. So we will therefore be showing the Crystal Tower in the Let's Play because it's mandatory. I had hoped with a relocation we wouldn't have to go through 2 sets of doors here, but fine. Well, it is certainly spacious. This fucking desk, man. Jesus Christ. That's mega desk. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people, proudly and openly. This does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. That's what they all say at the first. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea! A moment of your time, Mangg. I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady. The matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian hath been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. Oh, they're ghosting her. Ghosting her hard. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. It is possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however. They are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or Ochre? Or Puce? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the Crystal of Darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures, and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. Dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Mangg. I discern them all around, in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Krill, where are you? Sorry. She said Krill, I'm pretty sure. Wherever the fuck that is. And what happened to Sid? Your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the 7th Ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. Amy. Ooh, achievement unlocked, a realm awoken. Okay, why did I get 20 points for that? Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Oh, shit. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Alright, let's rock and roll. Ah, Mangg, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might better be spent in conversation with Fufulupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Fufulupa! Oh, hello there. Mangg, was it? Yashtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... Ah, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. The cart bolted off toward eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage. That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amalja do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could... Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or, on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Tancred, wherever have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amalja friends. And wouldn't you believe it, I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the brass blades intercept it. In all my years, I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Mangg. I'm a fucking dog. I'm just a fucking dog. Dog of the military. Against all expectation, it would seem that the Amalja are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Uranger of our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then.
That's a different voice. That is... okay.
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Did you say Doma? Doma? I mean, strength, dex, eat my shorts. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fulfalupa's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Fulfalupa! Oh, but it is good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fulfalupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there's someone among our own ranks conspiring with them? A traitor in our own midst? It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Fulfalupa. Indeed, if for reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. But such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Mikote miner, traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who... I see. Yes, the concerned may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerlea? Fine spot for a rest. Would you not agree, Mangg? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Stand and watch for a long time. There we go. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Do a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Boom. Summoner, baby. We can bring the heat. Oh, there's more. That's fine with me. Fine with me. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed? Gang of sea-wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea-wolves? All of them? Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Fulfalupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. This fucking horn on my head. I gotta change it. I'll go to the gear merchant. See if I can't get a new helm. Otherwise, I can just transmogrify it. Can't live with the horn. On behalf of the brass blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. That's so. And by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with that fellow in private. No. I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he, managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea wolf, Leminson born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me apprised of any developments. Yes, he's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Nice. In your face, asshole. The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphanode awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I'm not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphanode has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade. When I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Okay, now I could just fly over there if I was a chump. I assume we're gonna hear more about this Doma situation. If you don't remember, Doma is the kingdom that Cyan was from in Final Fantasy VI. You are late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Orthar? Well, like the rest of the nations of the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah, Mangg. Unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with a Sultan sworn on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings. Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. You patronizing me, you son of a fuck. Well, that's alright, because the gear merchant is like right next to the Aetheryte here. Okay, let's see. We want Ironworks gear, Hood of Casting. It's pretty good. Pretty good. 345 tomestones. I have 626. Can certainly get it. Alright, it looks pretty crazy. Covers our eyeballs. Let's diggity do it. Alright. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. Admittedly, it clashes quite a bit. It's the color mostly. Let's see if we can't dye it. Oh boy, let me see. No, oh God. No, I mean, really, we would want it to be like, yeah, like that. That would look good. Can I buy this? Hold on, let me Google. The lengths you go to for fashion fantasy. Okay. You apparently get it in Shadowbringers as part of the main scenario. That's not what I want to hear. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the market board. We're gonna see. It would look pretty cool with that die. Market board. Let's see here. Dies. Deep wood green dye. Yep. All right, good price. Done. And we immediately get it in hand. Dye. Deep wood dye. There we go. It doesn't perfectly match. The way the light's hitting it. I'm a little conflicted now. Here it sort of looked like it matched. Maybe that was a better... but that looks too light. But then maybe in the light it looks good. I don't know. That seemed correct. Didn't it? I mean, if you go over all these... Nothing is that... I mean, that looks almost exactly like the shade. All right, it's fine. It's good. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not that picky. Anyways, Royal Promenade. So we want to go to the Chamber of Rule. Matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir. We have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphinaud Levelure, at your service. A friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique, in this part of the world at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the Quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there's aught we can do to help. It's like ever so subtly off, I think. It's probably going to bother me more and more as time goes on, but for now, we'll leave it. Well, can't you just, like... I could have just done that the whole time. Fuck. Oh, well. Because I think my white hair looks really cool. That was a lot of wasted effort, wasn't it? Ah, well. You live and learn.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Doma is just always getting shit on. If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for some several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Well, I can talk to Momodi. Else, why didn't you say so sooner, Mangg? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, see? But just sent word they can't come, meaning I've got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Go and call on Frittery and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order on to the Waking Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. You got it. Oh, Catherine. Pot watch. My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions. Nope. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. Okay. She's in the business of feeding refugees now? I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momedy's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man who can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Ooh, okay, it's a little bit of a hot topic. Did I get any cool new titles? Nope. Always got to be on the lookout, you know. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. I dare not hope for such magnanimity, but much less expect it. Mistress Momedy is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience? Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphanode. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us in the Royal Promenade. This definitely turned out to be a longer quest than I thought. Fuck, wrong one. What am I clicking on here? Gotta go to the Chamber of Rule. The Chamber of Cool. A pleasure, Mangg. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
I, Yugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the Purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Damn, dude. It's getting too real. It's like the most interesting story stuff so far. Although, I'm the type of person that thinks, like, the Trade Federation stuff and, you know, the Senate meetings are the most interesting parts of the Star Wars prequels. So, that's just me. Alright, so we can take lilac purple dye, even though it's red. Yellow dye, brown dye. I guess let's grab some purple dye. Alrighty, that took a while. It was interesting, but it took a while. So let's see here. What did we just do? Mother of Exiles. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we've got another, like, 8 quests, and then we get to do another trial. Again, I have no idea how long those quests are, but it's possible we'll do a trial next time. Not guaranteed. But alrighty, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Final Fantasy XIV. See you fine folks in the next part.